you're thinking about going to court without a lawyer, you owe it to yourself to fully consider and understand your options. Even if you think you cannot afford a lawyer, you may be able to find one who'll represent you for a reduced fee, or even for free. This video will describe some ways to find a lawyer.
If you think you can afford a lawyer, look in your local telephone book under the Attorneys heading. If you have a computer, you can search for lawyers in your city on texasbar.com. Some counties have a lawyer referral service where you can call and describe the kind of case you have and get names of lawyers who handle that kind of case. Please note, lawyer referral services may charge a small fee for this service. The State Bar of Texas also has a lawyer referral service. You can contact the State Bar of Texas Lawyer Referral Service by telephone at 1-800-252-9690.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, you may be able to get help anyway. You might be able to use legal aid, a legal clinic, or even find a lawyer who will take your case for a smaller fee than if he or she took your whole case.
Legal aid organizations provide free legal help in civil cases for persons and families with low income. There are dozens of legal aid organizations that help Texas. Which one you go to depends on where you live and what type of problem you have. This map shows the service areas of the 3 largest full-service legal aid organizations. To get help from these organizations, you must go through an application process. Each organization has a web page that tells where their offices are and how to apply for assistance.
A legal clinic is another way for low-income people with civil legal problems to get free legal advice and help.
Clinics usually meet once or twice each month. Local lawyers volunteer their time to be present and provide pro bono or free legal help. Many organizations in Texas offer this kind of service. Most of them require their clients to be low income, so you may have to go through an application process to be able to use a clinic. Another way to get a lawyer's help is to find one who is willing to handle only part of your case. Sometimes this is called limited scope representation or unbundling, and sometimes lawyers are willing to do it, but they don't put a label on it. Make sure to get this agreement in writing. You and the lawyer agree that the lawyer will take part of your case instead of the whole thing. If you do get a lawyer to represent you this way, remember, your relationship with the lawyer ends once the lawyer finishes the task that he or she has agreed to do. The lawyer will not be your lawyer for another part of the case unless the two of you make another agreement. For example, a lawyer could charge you a small fee for 1 or 2 hours of legal advice before you file papers for a divorce and go to your final hearing, but you would handle everything else. This would be a way to get legal help that would cost less than if the lawyer did your whole case. To find a lawyer who provides this kind of representation, use the State Bar or local lawyer referral services that we described earlier in this video, and ask the lawyers you contact if they are willing to handle only part of your case.
The next part of this video will help you think about whether you can and should represent yourself.